Right, and
Better
I'm
be
back,
careful
guys,
aiming.
doing another cast here for your favorite caster, Omega Kai. Bringing to you the next round, which is sort of just rolled in very, very quickly. As you can see on your screen, there's a new plugin there for a completely different group. I've got nothing to plug in terms of events for the next little while, so I thought I'd do a plugin there for the company of gamers. You can see on there on your screen their logo, but you can also see an address there. Company gamers normally focusing on StarCraft 2 and sometimes League of Legends. They have sort of trying to build up this Dota 2 sort of the scene. So if you want to sort of get involved in that, go along to barcraft.net, perhaps send an email to the guys who have been kind of assigned Dota 2, and just let them know you're interested in helping them out. A plugin for the guys who don't particularly like me at the present, but as D2NZ, go along to facebook.com/Dota2 New Zealand, click like. The more likes they get, the more sponsors they can potentially pull. They may not like this plugin, but hey, that's how it goes. You can see again another plugin for yet another group, which is Southern Cross Dota. Southern Cross Dota being a hub, a community hub. They don't run their own events. They don't want to clash with anyone. They're just looking to promote and sort of grow the scene. So if you want to go along and sign up to their forums, much appreciation from the guys there and myself. You know, the more the merrier. We've got more than enough rooms to have many, many, many events in the Australian New Zealand scene. So hey, go along, sign up, see what's going on. Perhaps if you're lucky, you can find a team and you can compete in an event. We're going into the round 5 of the Kiwi Challenge Series 2. It's Pool A, round 5, as I've already said. It is GD, the favourites for this pool, versus AG. AG not doing so well, and I have got a co-caster with me, the legendary Avril. Why don't you say hi?
Well, what's up? I am your co-caster. How are you doing? And I'm jumping in straight into this game. Not too much of background history, but I've heard good things about both teams, so love it, loving it. Hashtag loving it.
Yeah, this is really AG's chance. If they win this particular match, even though they've lost all their other matches, they will be have a very, very good chance to go through to the next round. GD, they're pretty much got a given in terms of going to the next round. For them, this is going to be a fun game. This is sort of surplus to what they need in order to go to the next round. But they maybe wanted to do this for reputation. And we can see with the bads and the pickups, this is going to be an exciting game. We see on AB Gaming, they're banning out the Bat Rider. My favourite saying, nobody likes a Bat Rider, nobody likes a Magnus, and they're banning out that Bat Rider for his utility. And I think this is a very, very smart move to ban out that puck. I mean, that Rubik.
Well, I don't know about Magnus. Somebody might like Magnus because there's still a pick open. Magnus hasn't been banned out, and 2 picks still to go for both teams. Well, 1 pick each rather, so 2 picks in total. So Magnus, he should be picked up, and I'd be disappointed if he wasn't picked up because I like Magnus.
Yeah, and we saw in the last game.
I do.
We saw in the last game how influential Magnus was, and he is still in the pool. He could be a late pickup here, but we see on Garden Designers or GD, they're looking to pick up that, ban out that Lifestealer, they've banned out that Enchantress for that utility and farm. They've picked up that Alchemist, so it's a strong, strong pick, along with a Chen for their jungler. This is going to be this is looking very strong for GD at this stage, whereas on AB Gaming, they've picked up an unusual pick for the, well, 2 unusual picks for the first slot, being both Sand King and Invoker.
Looks like they're opting for a bit of team fight at the moment. Sand King and Invoker, two fairly nice team fight heroes at the moment. Not top of the line. Like, I wouldn't pick Sand King over Magnus, for example, because I like Magnus. In fact, I wouldn't pick Sand King up as your first pick anyway. I don't think Sand Pick's worthy of a first pick at all. I'm sorry if you like him. Magnus is banned. I'm really disappointed. Tears rolling down my face at the moment.
And as I said, maybe AB Gaming listening to my cast, knowing that I nobody likes a Magnus, or suddenly just realizing, wow, Magnus is still in the pool and we haven't banned it, and they can't believe their luck. When I play in teams, my team is a low tier team, but when we play in teams, we can't believe Magnus is still goes through to the next round. But hey. This looking very, very strong for GD, but I've already said that a couple of times. But hey, we've got a Gyro ban and a Lestrak ban, and I think GD here, they're just looking to play whatever they feel like they're playing. I don't see any reason to be banning out those just yet, given the games that we've seen coming out of AG. We haven't seen them play Gyro, we haven't seen them play Lesh. It's not part of their repertoire in terms of heroes that they normally pick up.
I also don't, it's maybe the kind of games that I'm used to seeing are just filled with Darkseers and Gyrocopters and Wisps and things like that. But at the moment, we're seeing Sand King, we're seeing Invoker, we're seeing Chen, and I don't see these are kind of heroes that I'm not personally used to seeing anymore. Um, Honestly, unless you know the teams really well, I would have thought you could a lot of these picks you could get away with not really even picking up in the first couple of phases. Sand King, Invoker, Chen, these are the kind of heroes that you could probably wait and just sneak them in at the end. Not really crucial pick, but what have you really? And because of that, heroes like Cup to get banned out, heroes like Magnus get banned out because you don't pick them. You don't pick them early enough, someone's going to ban them out, and finally, a hero that I really like to eat Tiny, but without good synergy, he's not going to be very good. So expect a Wisp ban fairly shortly.
Yeah, I'm with you with the bands, and again, no disregard to AG because I do like them. I do think they're really really funny guys, but they're not familiar with captain's mode as much as say just a normal all pick. I think that's what I'm seeing with their drafting techniques and style. They're not sort of doing those tier one picks and bans. Um, they're drafting in a way that doesn't make sense to us as the casters who watch a lot of games in captain's mode primarily. They're picking up in an unusual order, but a good pick up there with Tiny. Tiny being one of those series that if they can get that synergy off, we're going to see a fun game. But it's all going to come down to whether or not they can pick up that synergy, or even if they're going to go for that synergy. Because as you can see already, they've picked up their bounty hunter, and on GD they've picked up a next assassin. The lineup for GD looking extremely conventional, but also looking extremely strong.
AG's lineup just kind of not working for me at the moment. I feel like you got a lot of heroes that do things kind of really well on their own, but then when you bring them together, I just don't know what's going to happen. Tiny, if you're going to run Tiny carry, which they're going to do because Invoker's going to go mid, we know that's going to happen. If you're going to run Tiny carry, you really need some powerful support to get this guy rolling, and Wisp is kind of like the key support that you want for Tiny, and I don't know why it's not banned, and I don't know why no one's picking him. Bounty Hunter's kind of weird for me because I feel like they probably should have picked the Darkseer and they let the Darkseer get away. I think they should have taken the Darkseer because that would have helped their Tiny. That would have helped a lot of heroes on their team, really. And it would also deny the Darkseer from going into the other team.
We see a lot of unconventional bans coming out. AB choosing to ban out Nagasarian, which I don't think would GD, the way they're currently drafting in terms of what traditional format they're following, they wouldn't be picking up a Nagasarian anyway. And we see a ban of a sniper for GD. But quickly, the last two picks being so quick, a Necrolate and a Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain definitely going to be in mid. Who's going to be the mid against this Queen of Pain?
Invoker versus Queen of Pain mid. Queen of Pain has a bit of an advantage mid. Invoker kind of, in my opinion, kind of falls behind against Queen of Pain just a little bit. Just doesn't have the kind of burst damage that a Queen of Pain does. You know, as far as lineups go, this draft isn't looking too good for AG at the moment. I'm a true believer in how in this drafting minigame. The drafting minigame kind of sets the tone for how the teams are going to be played. And already I think just looking at the drafts, GD's draft it just looks a lot better.
Yeah, and I have to roll with you there. This Alchemist for the late game, Queen of Pain for the mid to late, even early to mid. This Darkseer always scaling all the way through with a great initiation from Nyx Assassin, and they've got on top of that a Chen who's going to be able to just add that versatility with his heroes. That's a very strong lineup. Versus unless this Invoker is very very good, they're going to have a lot of trouble in mid lane.
I hope AG watch this stream VOD because I'm gonna have a lot of interesting things to say. There's a lot of mistakes coming through right now. I don't know why Sand King's going solo. I assume you picked a bounty hunter, and that's kind of like a solo hero. That's a traditional solo hero, but bounty hunter isn't gonna go in the solo lane. For some reason, Sand King is. Sand King's your really good tri-lane hero. Not as good as some heroes, but he's decent. He's got the stun, he's got the damage, but he's not going in the tri-lane. I don't know why. Also, Tiny is going bottle first. He's not going mid. I don't know why he's going bottle first, because he's only got access to one rune, the stop rune, and he's not going to get anything else. It's really strange, and I don't know, Bounty Hunter doesn't really work in a tri-lane either. The drafting is weird, it doesn't work, and then the landing on top of that doesn't work either. This game, to me, looks really bad already for AG.
Yeah, and I don't want to be a naysayer because I hate those kind of casters that just negatively shoot down a team that doesn't look like they're as strong as the
Sorry,
start.
that's me. Sorry.
Not naming
No, I'm
anyone.
pretty positive.
Not
Pretty
naming
positive for
anyone.
GD.
Yeah, I want AG to have a chance at this, and they do have a chance in the form of if they can synergize better than GD. And like I said, GD's probably in the mental perspective that they've already got this in the bag, so this game doesn't matter for them. So they may throw big, and this may give AG their lifeline because this is a game they need to win in order to stay in the series.
GD's lineup and their laning seems to me that they know what they're doing for the most part anyway. And Sand King at bottom misses a stun, but Navi on the Nyx Assassin doesn't miss his stun. It's kind of like Impale versus Impale.
Meanwhile, while my co-caster is partying in the mid lane, we see in the bottom lane, we see in the mid lane here, basically, this Invoker getting right-clicked to almost death, and he's gonna get picked off if he's not careful. He hasn't got this regen build, so he's very, very dangerous to being the first blood pick-off.
He'll get it. He'll get the claws next level, I hope. He has to, like, he pretty much has to get the claws next level, or bad things are gonna happen for him.
Yeah, and he's gonna.
This is what I was saying though. Oh, he didn't get the claws, so bad things are gonna happen for him. Get ready, get ready. Oh god.
Although he has picked up that early Sunstroke, which could help the other lanes, but I don't think it's going to happen. We see nice stun here from Sand King in the bottom lane. Another being forced back out of lane. He's not scared though. He's so tanky. He's feeling very, very confident. Meanwhile, excellent stacking and pulling happening here by Navi and by Fresco's farm. Fresco being their primary support player. So we should see, he's got good macro, so we should see some good plays coming out of here with Fresco.
You know, this is working well for them because all these supports are getting solo farm while Alchemist solo Sand King. That's exactly what needs to happen. This Alchemist is going to get free farm, as many freeds as he wants, and he should max Greevil's Greed. If I was this Alchemist runner, max Greevil's Greed, gets so much
Wow,
gold
in the mid lane here we see
yeah.
Invoker taking a lot of damage, being right-clicked down by this Queen of Pain. She comes in with a scream and just finishes off with a right-click. He does retreat to pick up a tango, but a third tank is enough, and she gets that first blood with the blink scream. Well played there by
Bottom as well. Sand King goes down as well at bottom.
And that's 2 for 0.
Mana Burn took out Sand King's mana, meaning that he can't Sandstorm. So, well picked and well played by that hero, and as I said, bad things happen to you, Mr. Invoker, if you do not pick up that early level of Quaz, seeing as how much damage you were taking from Queen of Pain. And as I said, Queen of Pain versus Invoker matchup, this is the kind of matchup where Queen of Pain has advantage, because Queen of Pain has the burst damage, Invoker doesn't. If you want to live in this matchup, you gotta go Quaz, you gotta go early. And also don't think Exalt's gonna work. Just, you got Sunstrike, but where's the setup for Sunstrike? There's nothing to set your Sunstrike up, and now Queen of Pain's got a DD. She wants to go deep, she's not scared at all.
Yeah, we take a quick look at the CS. While it's only early game, we can see Radiant getting a much of a lead on the die at this present. The only person, anyone within the die doing anything is really this bounty hunter. He is picking up okay CS given he's in the tri lane. But the escape of the Chen, escape of the Quap, and escape of this Alchemist, this is going to be a disaster if they can't get on top of it.
And Darkseer he's like winning this top lane because no one from AG is really, their camp's been watered, sure, but they're not trying to de-ward it. I don't see any sentries. They're not trying to pull, they're not trying to gank, they're not rotating, they're kind of just hanging out there. 3 people sharing XP. No one's like trying to jungle or anything. I mean, you probably couldn't with this lineup anyway, but it's 3 people sharing XP versus a Darkseer that's out-leveling them. And Bounty Hunter, you kind of want 6 really early. This guy's not going to get 6 until way later in the game. It's going to be the slowest level 6 on Bounty Hunter you've ever seen, and he needs it bad. You need that track, and you need it bad, but he's not going to get it for a long time.
Funny you said it's Sandstorm earlier on about the Sand King. In fact, he's got no levels in Sandstorm. You're not choosing to use that Sandstorm.
Oh, okay, well...
Not choosing to use that Sandstorm as an evasion ability. In fact, I think that's a misplay because we all know the capability. If you can time that Sandstorm, you can almost play it like a puck in terms of that phase shift. So,
it's you're a solo Sand King versus a tri lane, and you don't pick up a Sandstorm. and you pick up 2 Caustics, it's almost like he wants to push into the enemy tower to make himself more exposed, on top of not having a Sandstorm. And you know he's kind of screwed now, but he might be able to get out here because he's got a Burrow Strike on off cooldown. But yeah, his skill choice is not good. They didn't have wards bottom. You know, he's got no Sandstorm. Why would you not have Sandstorm? You're in a solo suicide as a Sand King. If you don't have Sandstorm, you're just gonna die, and he did die. So earlier on.
Well, we see in this top lane here, Darkseer doing okay, giving up his against the trail lane, but he is being harassed a little bit. He's not doing as well as his friends, the Alchemist, and the rest of his team. In fact, the CS here says that it's all totally really in the favor. I have the same. I'm repeating myself. It's in the favor of GD here. Graph-wise, it says the same thing. You know, it's. What do you know, I think they need to look at possibly early rotation AG in order to sort of maybe switch it up a little bit.
You know, Bounty Hunter's already rotated. He's rotated into the lane that he should have started in, and he's level 4, so he's not going to be that useful. He doesn't have the track, and this isn't going to do anything because at the moment, you're going up against a Nyx Assassin and a Chen, and you know, you could go on this Chen, and you might kill him, but Nyx Assassin's right here.
Oh, an excellent body blocking there by the Nyx Assassin, who's looking to block out that Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is probably going to get the pickup here, but it may be at the cost of this Sand King's life. He still doesn't have the Sandstorm, and he's now being pursued by both Nyx Assassin, an image of Queen of Pain, an actual Queen of Pain, and a Alchemist. So yeah, it's a trade-off there that probably... I mean, maybe gold-wise, that kind of worked out in the favor of AG, but probably as a trade, it doesn't really mean anything.
That was a bit silly, in my opinion, for GD. Quap could have rotated a lot quicker as soon as they knew they were being initiated on. Quap was kind of still hanging out in mid for like a while, just doing whatevs until you know, Chen was basically on the verge of dying, and then Quap's like, I think I should probably go help now, let's go and help.
Just doing whatevs.
On top of... yeah, I love the expression. Hashtag whatevs. It's like I think GD, to extend their lead right now, they should really be rotating their supports, because Alchemist is doing really good at bottom. He doesn't need any more support at bottom. Sand King's not going to do anything to him. What Nyx Assassin and Chen need to do is rotating mid, hardcore, get this Invoker down. You know, he's such an easy kill. You have a Quap already. Just get a Nyx in there, get a stun. You're going to pick this guy off time and time again. And Chen's got a smoke up, so I think they want to go already. It's been revealed. Is there going to be any Ghost Walk from... No Ghost Walk.
No, and I think this is just the sake of GD being true to form. They played so well in the Kiwi Challenge Series 1, doing in the other 2 pool games. There was no real contention except Then's 420, where it was a little bit closer. This is, and really AG being out of their league in this particular matchup, I think, and I think that's what we're seeing. We're seeing 2 teams of not exactly the same skill. We can see here that this Bounty's coming in to do something, but I think he's on his own. He's got no follow-through or support.
Do anything. If he can deny this tower, he'll have done his job. Because he's still not level 6. He's on the verge of level 6, but he needs it 6, and he needs it so bad. And this is why Bounty needs to be in a solo lane. He's finally got the level 6.
And there's
a lot of rotations coming in there.
And there's no deny on this mid tower. You said there's rotation on the bottom here. JD going to take out this bottom tower. The mid tower going down without a deny, even though there was many heroes within range. No communication to deny the tower. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Tiny's getting a bit of free farm, but I think that's not going to equate to anything because his CS is so low.
His free farm is equal to his supports. He's 9 last hits, and so is Necrolite, and so is Sand King. That's the level of his free farm at the moment. Versus an Alchemist, 47 for 4, with Midas, with 4 levels in Greevil's Greed.
Tower is under attack.
And we see a good
This is like the easiest game for Alchemist right now.
Yeah, this is going to be an easy game, I think, for GD. They are looking to just group up now, push where they think there's going to be some kills, have some fun. This is a game they could afford to throw away, but you can see they're not taking their chance. They're absolutely playing to form, and Alchemist getting absolute free farm now, and his CS being at the top of the table.
I do want to mention Darkseer somehow died at top just earlier on. I think he might have been a bit cocky, rather. So somehow AG have managed to pick up a couple of kills. I think you know, credit to them. They were probably some decent kills. Probably GD misplaying just slightly. I do want to quickly mention though. Oh, before we say that, top lane.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Initiation going from GD onto AG. GD
Epicenter used, nothing hit with that Epicenter, and just Queen of Pain coming in to clean up. And there's 2 kills for nothing. And it looks like they may even get this top tower, given that there's so many of the heroes there, and also Chen with all those creeps. This is looking extremely dire for the Dire team.
Yeah. I want to say the one thing that could have saved AG in this game is Invoker, like a really good Invoker who has a very good, clear understanding of what needs to happen in this game, what he needs to do in this game to make things happen. Unfortunately, he's got 1 Claws, 1 Wex, and 4 Exhort. So I have no idea what build he's going. He's going for some like Uber Sunstrike build with no setup, so you're not going to hit any Sunstrikes. It doesn't make any sense. He didn't really help in the team fight. He had nothing to use. This is an Invoker that doesn't have any abilities because he's built his hero wrong in terms of skill points.
You know, and the items say everything to me. We see this Darkseer being so confident he's not going to be building into pipes or anything. He is building into pipes, I should say. And Fresco's obviously building into the mechanism, but they're just the way they're playing just screams out casual. They're not feeling pressured at all whatsoever, and that is translating into much smoother play.
Bottom tower is taking.
Actually, I was going to say that the way AG were playing were pretty casual at the moment. So I guess both teams are pretty casual, but in different meanings of the word. How do you miss a Burrow Strike? That's a question I have to ask. How do you miss Burrow Strike?
I don't know, maybe we put it out to the channel. Guys, come on, tell us in the chat channel, how do you miss a Burrow Strike?
It's a Queen of Pain, she wants blood. No blood though. No blood for Blood of Pain.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh, thrown in the epicenter. That was a really good initiation. That was the best play I've seen from AG so far, and I like it. I love that play.
Under attack.
You don't have a blink, you don't need it, because Tiny can just throw you in with the epicenter. Brilliant, love that play. 2 kills for AG, well deserved.
Yeah, and they are playing well, and it looks like they're going to be trying to pick up somebody else. But there
Tiny
is
misses stun though.
there is
We've got stuns missing left, right, and center.
and
There we go. Sankin can hit a Burrow Strike.
it's a 3-for-1 pickoff here. Nick's probably almost saving whoever it was that just went down. I'm not paying attention to who went down. Darkseer, I think, but just not enough. Darkseer not having enough mana for his surge was on cooldown, I should say, and so he couldn't get away. I guess a minor victory now in the favor of AG. They might still be able to pull this back.
Actually, you know, it's kind of minor. They're going to need about 2 more of those kind of fights to sort of get them back in the game. But that was good, because what it meant was you killed the Queen of Pain, and that was the important hero for you to kill in that fight, because Queen of Pain is, let me see, like the most leveled hero on the other team right now. The one with the most kills, and that's the hero that you want to kill, because you're going to get an extra gold bounty, you're going to get lots of XP. When you're a low-level hero killing a high-level hero, you're going to get a lot off that kill. And so, really important that they killed the Queen of Pain. I'm glad that they did. That's going to give them a slight edge in this fight. I hope that Bounty Hunter got a couple of track kills off that as well, because that's going to help them as well.
And we see here the Dire choosing to group up and push it around the Roshan pit here. Not choosing to smoke, which I think they should have done, but it doesn't matter. It looks like they're going to engage anyway. They're looking for Chen. They've got a track on him, a tiny throw.
I hope they know.
And they do pick off the Chen. There's a bunch of other heroes coming in to kind of save this Chen or sort of counter-initiate, but they're all just slightly out of position, and so that's another pick up there for AG.
I don't know if AG know that what they're doing here, but that was really good. I like that they're looking for the solo kills. I like that they're getting the track kills. That's what they need to climb back in this game. This is the power of a track. If you get enough track kills, you will get the gold, and that's going to push you back into this game slowly but surely. They need to keep doing this. Get Bounty Hunter, find these solo kills, get the track on these kills. You will slowly climb back in this game, and do not die. I hope they don't die, because this is the only way they're going to get back.
Yeah, and I'm with you. If they
For
keep,
the love of God, Invoker,
if they keep
please
playing,
put some points into either cause or X.
if they keep up with this form, he's going for this pure, almost a pure extort build where he does a lot of damage
Yeah,
with the media and Sunstrike. I don't know if it's going to work in this.
No, he
particular
doesn't
lineup.
even do a lot of damage with the media. He doesn't do a lot of damage with the media because the media destroys itself in like 2 seconds because it doesn't move anywhere. It doesn't work. If you go full exhort, this is what pub invokers do, and you will lose the game for your team because you went full exhort and nothing else.
Wow, and we see
Meanwhile,
another
Queen of
really,
Pain, I'm
yeah,
not
I was
taking
gonna,
this kill.
I see another really good stun combo there from, and this,
Oh,
no! Could have eaten our words there with that Sunstrike. If it actually worked, we would have all sat back and said, wow, I guess the exalt worked out, but in this case it didn't, it just missed.
It worked out. It worked out by a freak accident, but it would have worked out, and that would have been a good kill for Invoker too. Needs something to sort of get back in this game. I don't know why he rushed Magic Wand. I don't know why he got Magic Wand in general. Like, if he could have had phase boots by now, he could have started on the Force Staff. He could have been sort of into his core items, but it's 16 minutes and he's about to finish boots.
And let's have a review quickly of the support items where it doesn't. Oh, hold on. In saying that, there's a bit of initiation in the bottom on the duck set, but he manages to surge out. Meanwhile, in the bin position, everyone's sort of just jostling around. Queen of Pain having picked up this haste rune, or used this haste rune, and bottle charges. She wants to engage, but she just doesn't have any support here. Or she does, but she doesn't feel comfortable engaging right under the tower, even though the tower is only sitting on 300 hit point.
I want to make a comment about Bounty Hunter's items. He's going to go for a Battle Fury. He's got the Claymore, he's got the Ring of Health, and it's going to be a horrible mistake. This is the kind of hero where, well, for starters, it's too late to get a Battle Fury. You needed that like an easy 4 or 5 minutes ago. I mean, just look at Alchemist. He's got his Battle Fury, and he's got a Hyperstone on top of that. So too late to go for a Battle Fury. Battle Fury on Bounty Hunter, you know, unless you're the core carry, doesn't really work for me. Where's the medallion? Where's the urn? These are the kind of items that you really need on a bounty hunter right now. And if anything, if you're gonna go for a battle fury, I would suggest Desolator instead for that kind of investment. Desolator works really well in bounty hunter, and yeah, those are the kind of items that you need. So not a good item choice. And this could be his death right now, but no dust, no reveal. Mistake from GD.
GD, they're so confident, they don't need dust. They're just going to pick off heroes. Chen's old saving Darkseer there. There's a Necrostone going down, but he just hasn't lost enough health. Epi said to be going off. There's a throw there from Tiny. They do pick off one kill. But so many ults basically for one kill, and they may still lose somebody because there's just so much harassment coming out of this Fresco. Chen, who's...
To be honest, that was worth it for the one kill, because they're slowly climbing up on kills at the moment. They were like 9 for 5, now they're 9 for 7, and I think they got like a track kill in there somewhere. So like I said earlier, what they needed to do was get these track kills and not die, and they've done exactly that, so they're slowly climbing back up. The only thing I would comment is that Necrolite needs to realize that his ulti is not level 3, because he's trying to play his ulti like it's level 3 and use it on half health heroes, and it's not doing any damage.
Yeah, but in saying that, this Alchemist being left, Alchemist being left to free farm for so long is making up more than enough for the gains that they're making back AG. That early game advantage that Jetty's got, they've pressed it. They don't mind giving up these kills because they know that this Alchemist, he's going to pick up a free farm and he's just going to carry it into late game. And if we look at net worth, he is sitting at 12,000, and the next highest is this bounty, only sitting at 5.
Queen of Pain.
Dire's middle tower.
Well, Queen of Pain on the same team, and I don't really like this Aghanims pickup, because Aghanims is the kind of item that switches on at level for Queen of Pain. It switches on at level 16. Queen of Pain is nowhere near level 16. This is not the best pickup. And this time, with that kind of gold, you could be on your way to an Orchid pretty much done by now. You could be more than halfway to a Sheepstick. That would have been a really amazing item. Shut down really good heroes of that. Aghanims just not. I don't feel it. I don't feel it, and I think a lot of quad players will understand the high level ones will understand this. Aghanim's pickup, not something you want this early, but Assault Kira's picked up extremely early, 19 minutes, sub 20. Good pickup. I think it's time for Alchemist to start fighting and stop
Yeah,
farming.
I think once this Alchemist
The
emerges
farm ends now.
from his hyperbolic chamber, he's going to come out and he's just going to wreak havoc on this AG team. They're not going to know what hits them. I think that's going to what we're going to see. We're going to see a series of 5-man team wipes and a push down to Rax 3, and it's all going to be on the back of this Alchemist.
You know, I fight with this Alchemist. I think he should have gone to Radiance at some point because Battle Fury, you know, it's good, but he could have gone to Radiance, and this is the kind of item that switches on really fast, and he could have gotten this Radiance super quick, and it will allow him to team fight slightly earlier. Because at the moment, you know, I don't want to say like GD doesn't have control of the game anymore, but I will say AG have picked up a couple of kills. And with track as well, and this is the kind of thing that you don't want to be happening if you are GD at the moment.
Meanwhile, we see an easy
Bounty
vacuum,
hunter mistake,
yeah,
though.
vacuum kill under that sentry ward for the basically the GD just all being there. There's a sentry. They see him, or he makes the mistake of revealing himself by initiating on one of the heroes. They put down a sentry and vacuum in, and they kill him, no problem.
I don't really understand that that bounty hunter right click that just happened there. It was basically like, hey, I'm gonna reveal myself and right click a full HP Chen to do not a lot of damage and then die because my Shadow Walk is on cooldown. Kind of thing happening there, so not the best.
And we now see
kind of undermines the advantages they were sort of climbing towards.
Yeah, and
by giving away that
well,
one kill.
they can't see the graphs that I can see, but I mean they will at some stage realize this Alchemist has got three
honestly.
times the farm of their bounty, who's the elite farmer at present, and or in fact, if you add up the entire team, he's got more farm on his own than the entire Dire team.
Honestly, AG might not know it, but they're about to feel it, and I would stress that Alchemist stops farming now because he could have climbed into this team fight at any time, and he needs to seriously do that right now because he can just win. They could win the game off one push seriously if this Alchemist gets into the fight, and they should do that. They should just win the game right now because they could with this Alchemist. And this Invoker's like, I'm gonna.
Yeah, this Alchemist in a really bad position. If he
Why isn't he fighting? Alchemist can 1v1 this guy so easily. Why is he not going?
Nah,
for it?
he senses there's missing, and you can see that there's a bounty who was close by. There was some follow up here potentially from the Sand King and potentially from the Tiny.
He had a ward. He was fine.
Good
Observer ward on the
track,
cliff.
good track here on GD's Na'Vi. He's going to be looking to back out now, but he doesn't probably realize he's got track on him, so they know where he is. So his initiation is not going to be useful until that track wears off.
He's walking past sentries. He's walking past sentries. And there it is. He doesn't realize it, but he walked past sentries. And I don't know what he was hoping to do with this Nyx Assassin at all. I'm honestly, I believe that Nyx Assassin can easily beat this Bounty Hunter 1v1. No problemo at all, especially with Spike Carapace, another stun on top of Impale. You know, Bounty Hunter's not going to have a good time.
And we see Freshco pushing up the mid with his creeps. He's done so well with microing this Dark Troll Summoner with the net. I haven't seen any stuns required from the War Stomp on the Centaur. He's only ever needed the net, and he's just spamming it out, cracking up some skeletons every so often just to help push the lane. And you know, that's what you want to see from your Chen, just all that micro coming up. And he's got a gem. He's got an eye. So this is going to be.
That's a good pickup.
That's just
now they can D-ward.
Yeah, they can D-ward, and they're going to just have so much more dominance over this bounty who has gone on Chen 3 or 4 times.
You know, in a sense, I appreciate GD and I like what they're doing. In another sense, I hope this isn't like their true form, if you know what I mean. I hope this isn't like their best showing of what they can do as a team, because I'm starting to feel this Alchemist not being present in fights is kind of. It's just, he needs to be there right now. He's got so much farm. You've got all your farm on one guy, and He's basically not. In this
Like
game
I
at the
think
moment.
they've already decided they've won. I think that's where we're looking at, and he's now going to build into this Heart of Tarask, and he's just going to probably even keep farming until he's unstoppable, and we're going to see an engagement shortly.
He already is unstoppable. Actually, I believe he's already. I believe he was unstoppable when he picked up the AC. That was when he was unstoppable. Now he's going like overkill unstoppable, which is like it gets to the point where it's like we could have won the game 10 minutes ago, kind of unstoppable. So that's the level of unstoppable he's about to get to.
GD just looking to have some fun. I think they think, hey, we've won this. Let's have some fun winning. And look, they're just picking up so much farm on this Alchemist, picking up the overkill of the Aegis, and we're just going to see this Alchemist now. I believe he's going to probably try and 5-man the entire team. I think that's what he's going to go for, and he can easily 5-man the entire
I don't
team.
know. It looks like he's more interested in one-manning the Ancients at the moment, and I actually think, you know, I might, if they are just having a bit of fun, that's okay. But on the other hand, this is a tournament, and you are playing a tournament match, and it's kind of disrespectful to do this to the other team. Like from my experience playing in tournaments, and not Dota obviously, but other games, especially high level tournaments at a high level of competition, it's really disrespectful. Even if the other team's a lot worse than you, if you kind of just screw around like this. If it's a tournament game, play it like a tournament game, and don't kind of screw over the other team like this. Just if they're bad and end it early, just get rid of them and move on.
Yeah, and I agree to a degree, but I think these guys, they may not realize how far ahead they are because they can't see the graphs that we can see, all the entire total team farm. All they can see is 11-7 in terms of kills. So they're already thinking they're only slightly ahead in terms of actual net worth, because that's how most sort of people measure the game in game. You know, if you're not spending a lot of time looking at enemy heroes, which they should be doing, I should add, but if they're not,
Yeah, they should be.
if they're not, they might be feeling that their advantage isn't enough, and that they need to sort of extend that by giving all this farm to Alchemist. But you're right, this Alchemist could pretty
And
much
the guy's got Aegis.
yeah, he could
The
just
guy's got Aegis, and he's like, whatever. I'm gonna take an Aegis so that if I die to a creep, I can respawn.
nah, he's
Right?
gonna look
'Cause,
to
like,
push.
'cause he
They're
might die
looking
to
to push
creep
now.
somehow.
He was just buying enough to ensure that he had an easy buyback and so for whatever
He's
item he
got a
wanted.
buyback. His buyback is called Aegis of the Immortal. That's his buyback, and he's got it. He's got it secured.
Now we see a wall into a back game. A nice scream here from Queen of Pain. A good stun there from Alchemist. Alchemist just right-clicking down people. In fact, he three shots the number of heroes, and this is easily tier 3. This is the fight that we were looking for. This is Rax. This is likely to be GG right here.
Wood before axe's axe. Dyer's top tower.
Yep. I'm scared to say this, but I almost felt like Alchemist could have just done that himself without the help of his team. You know, I feel like he may have been able to do that. Also, I wanna point out Queen of Pain's level 16 hasn't picked up a level 3 Sonic Wave, so yeah, clearly Aghanim Scepter was, I don't know. It's like Aghanim Scepter's real good, but I don't want to get a level 3 Sonic Wave.
GG called.
Why would I want to take advantage of it?
Yeah, GG being called, AG looking to bow out, realizing they're being completely outplayed, and congratulations to GD, taking 3 for 3 in the pool play, guaranteeing absolutely without a doubt that they're going through to the next round. AG being unfortunately likely to be eliminated at this stage, having played their third game. It's going to go to the next round. This next round is going to determine who gets played off for the second position and go to the next round. It's either going to be 420, who we've seen play very, very well against GD. In fact, that was probably the closest game of the pool. And GTP, who also played very, very well against AG. So the next game is going to be a doozy.
I want to quickly add that there were a couple of things, you know, I was a bit harsh on AG, but there were some things they did this game that I was quite pleased about. That throw with the Sand King Epicenter throw, amazing. Kill 2 here is brilliant play. Don't know if it was accidental, whether it was or not. I loved it. Pretty much shat myself. That was cool. I liked it. They need to do that again. And you know, picking up some kills in the mid game after they were behind with the track. That was exactly what they needed to do.
I think
not all bad news for AG. Not all bad news.
Yeah, I think they had a game plan once they realized they're far behind, and they executed that game plan very, very well. But it's just, you know, it's the curse of Alchemist. If you don't shut him down, if you don't actively go to shut him down, he's just going to get all this free farm, and that's what really ruined it for them.
That's like every hard carry though. So I mean, you know, you play any hard carry, you don't shut him down. That's kind of what happens. But especially with Alchemist, because this guy farms like such a beast.
Alright guys, I was a Mega Kai, and that was your co-host, Avril, the legendary Avril, the guy that you should know from this following sponsor here, which is, well, not sponsor, it's under my sponsors tab, but it's actually a plugin here for Company of Gamers. You can see the address on your screen. If you're interested in New Zealand esports in general, these are the guys to follow. They follow the StarCraft 2 scene, they follow the League of Legends, and they're looking to also do Dota. So if you go along, you can see an email of a guy who's actually in charge of sort of organizing Dota 2 events. Just make your presence known to him so that he knows that, hey, look, I'll add you to my mailing list, and when we do something, you know, and Avril here, he knows all about it. He's done a couple of the co-casts. Another plugin quickly for Southern Cross Dota. They're a community hub looking to try and promote events and sort of grow the community. They're not a bunch of guys doing their own tournaments. They're only promoting other people's tournaments. So, hey, look, go along, sign up to their forums, and we're going to do one more plugin here for D2NZ, even though they don't like me very much. Dota 2 New Zealand on Facebook, so there's www.facebook.com/Dota2 New Zealand. Go along, hit like. The more likes they get, the more pulling power in terms of sponsors they have. I am still going to promote them because they are the only guys currently at this time doing specific New Zealand Dota content. I was a Mega Kai, and if you liked this cast and you liked my co-casting with all my co-casters all the way through all my other casts, hit the follow button or the like button, whatever the equivalent is.